Welcome back to Yummy. So today we're going to do some candied pecans. Candied pecans are delicious and people like them quite a bit, but they just have no idea how to make them. And there are definitely tricks to making a good candied pecan. So I've got a half a cup of sugar, white sugar. I'm going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon and a half a teaspoon of chili powder. Going to kind of mix it up a little bit here, just like that. So the interesting thing about the candied nuts is there's lots of ways to do them. This way is a very simple way to do them. It takes a little bit longer. You have to be very attentive to your sugar and to your nuts. I am going to go ahead and use a little bit bigger pan because I think this pan might be a little bit small for me. So I'm going to go with instead of an 8-inch, I'm using a 10-inch pan. And this will make the sugar melt down quite a bit faster. So a couple things about this is you don't want granulated sugar on your nuts. It doesn't taste as good. You want your nuts to be kind of shiny and have a really nice flavor. So the trick is going to be getting this sugar dissolved, bringing it to a nice clear, kind of a brownish sugar. It shouldn't take but just a couple more minutes here. As you can see, it's going to start to have little bits of lumps, which is exactly what we're looking for. Now you can do candied sugar with allspice. You can leave out the chili powder. You can you can do it without cinnamon and just do it with regular sugar and just do. Some people like to put a little vanilla in it. So there's a lot of different techniques and a lot of different flavor profiles. As you can see, I'm starting to get some clear sugar here because the sugar is starting to melt, which is exactly what we're looking for. As you can see, it's starting to lump up a little bit, and that's a good thing. Now when you do your nuts, do not leave them on the stove unattended, or you'll end up having either burned nuts or you'll end up having a big mess, and that's not going to work out. So, alright, as the sugar is starting to melt here, now I'm going to melt the sugar all the way before, and my temperature is at medium high, so I'm getting it nice. See how it's getting nice, and I don't want it to burn. I just want it to melt down just like that. As you can see, it's starting to get that out. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my nuts in there just like that. And my sugar is nice and soft. I'm going to go ahead and get all my nuts in there. My nuts will toast a little bit. The sugar is extremely hot. You don't want to touch the sugar. Kind of just want to stir it up a little bit, just like that. Coat all your nuts in there. Now, I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm going to actually turn the heat off so that I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of water. I'm just going to help all of my nuts candy a little bit. So this will make that beautiful glossy. Some people like to put a little bit of vanilla in there. And that was just about maybe half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of water. And then add maybe, I'm sorry, that was a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon of water. So that's going to be all you need to do. Now I have a plate here that has some wax paper on it because I don't want to have a big mess. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right on there, and I'll show you how that looks. This is going to be our perfect. So you can take your spatula at this point, and you can kind of, as they cool down, I'd give them about five minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes as they're cooling, and you can break them apart. And we could have taken and pressed them down and broken them apart right here. As they cool, it'll be so much easier though, so I'm just going to go ahead. But that makes the perfect nut. It's a perfectly coated candied pecan, or walnuts, or peanuts, or pistachios, anything you want to do. So I did 1 cup of nuts to a 1/2 cup of sugar. I let it dissolve. That's it. That's all it took. All right. So as it cools down, I'll break them apart, and it's kind of like a brittle, but it's not a brittle because it's individual nuts. These nuts are really delicious in salad, and that's it. There it is. The most easy nut. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.